Kunal completed all the work in the office a day before. And after packing all the necessary things, he left for the cruise ship at 8 o'clock in the evening. He was tired, so he went inside after seeing the cabinet list. 2 people were to stay in each cabin. Having 2 people in a small cabin means that there will be bunk beds inside, that is, one bed on top of the other. Kunal went into the room where he was going to stay. He saw that the roommate's luggage was there. But he was not there. The whole room smelled like rotten fish. Kunal ignores this first. Maybe once the ship starts moving, there will be no problem, and anyway all the rooms are filled. Well, now even the room doesn't have to be changed, so Kunal went to Cruz's party thinking this. But of course he was very tired, so he came back early after having food and lay down to sleep on the bed downstairs. After some time, he woke up with a sound inside.
The roommate must have had too much to drink at the party, so he is sleeping making such noises. The dampness and the smell of the room was still coming, and somehow Kunal was able to sleep. When he once again heard the sound of someone running, he saw his roommate went downstairs, and he jumped open the door and ran outside and left the room door open. Kunal was shocked that at this time of the night he just jumped out and ran out and the door was not even closed. He did this. Kunal got up, closed the door lightly, turned his back to sleep and slept. When he woke up in the morning, the weather was bad. It made a noise like his ears growling. Even after the waves were roaring, he went straight to the deck, and after reaching there, he felt very bad.
Seeing the cloudy sky today for the first time, he was scared of rain and strong wind. A bellboy was standing nearby. So Kunal went to him and asked, "Excuse me, I had a complaint in my cabin. There is a smell of dampness. Can anything be done?" When asked about it, Kunal told 111. There was a strange nervousness in the bellboy's eyes. When Kunal asked what was the matter, the bellboy said, "It is not special now, sir." Everyone in the cabin had mentioned this problem to him, but as soon as the bellboy stopped talking, Kunal immediately caught him and asked, "Look, tell me the truth. I have to stay in the same room for 20 days. Hearing this, he became a little nervous. He got nervous and said, "Sir, actually 20 days in the cabin is too much. People have not been able to last more than 4 days on all the 3 cruises taken so far." Everyone jumped into the sea. After saying so much, I just said that his job would be ruined if anyone heard him talking like this. Kunal also went down to have breakfast. The weather was gradually getting better. Kunal had just sat down at the breakfast table and started eating, when the captain of the ship expressed his appreciation and asked, "Have you seen your roommate?" Kunal told the captain how he left the room late at night and has not been seen since then. "Not at all," the captain said. "I got the news that someone jumped into the river last night. I think he is suffering from some mental disease. Don't tell this to someone, otherwise all the passengers would be in a panic condition." As if there was a question on Kunal's tongue, he asked whether he is the first guy to do this. On hearing this, the captain's face became a little nervous because now Kunal also knew the whole story. Well, the day passed, the night passed, another party took place, and after that Kunal went to his room. There is a bad smell in his room and it is cold. It seemed as if Kunal would turn into a statue of ice in a short time. So he decided to close the window in the cabin. It was dark. Kunal got up and climbed on the upper wing of the bed, closed the open window above him, and sitting on it, as Kunal extended his hand to hold the window, someone was there on the bed, who pushed him back, and Kunal gasped. Kunal completely removed the curtain and slowly moved his hands closer to the bed in the same direction and moved forward. He realized it was like a piece of ice, but there was no doubt that it was soft. Perhaps it was wet with sea water. He fell down, and as soon as Kunal moved away, he went out of the room, but Kunal was not going to let him go. He ran after him, but as soon as he came out, there was no sound of footsteps. There is no question of sleeping because the bed was now so wet that it was dripping with water, but at the same time, there was such a strong smell in the entire cabin that it was as if a dead body was lying there in the water. As soon as the morning started, Kunal immediately went to the captain's cabin near the engine room and told the captain everything that happened during the night. He brought the captain to his cabin and showed him the wet bunk bed. The bed was completely dry. There was not even a drop of water anywhere. And today, for the first time, there was no smell, no dampness in the cabin. Kunal kept telling the captain again and again that he was telling the truth, whatever he saw, what he felt. Everything was true. Okay, I took it that you are truthful, but I will not agree until I see it with my own eyes. I will stay with you in your cabin tonight. Okay. So there should be no problem. Captain went to his cabin after dinner, and with a bottle he reached Kunal's cabin number 111. He opened the bottle, packed it in 2 glasses, and started talking while sitting. Kunal asked in conversation what was the problem. Then the captain replied that when this ship's new owner had bought it, the door of this cabin number 111 was not only closed, but it was also closed more tightly by placing boards on it. The new owner rebuilt everything and got it made according to his wishes. Since then, there have been 3 cruises. And every year, the passenger of cabin number 111 ran away in the middle of the night and jumped out of the window to the sea. Later, the captain said that there is no use in staying awake, so he should sleep. Kunal went to sleep early. After about an hour, he started hearing sounds coming right above him, and when Kunal looked up, he saw that the top of the bed was slowly bending down as if his weight was increasing.
Water was dripping from it as if the entire mattress, sheet, and everything was wet with seawater. It finally broke and scattered, due to which Kunal was completely bathed. Kunal ran and switched on the light, and his eyes were wide with surprise. It spread, and due to the foul smell, he started vomiting right there. It looked as if it was a years-old corpse that had been decomposed and had been torn into pieces due to falling from the bed. The captain did not lie on the bed above, and Kunal's vomiting was not stopping. Finally, he ran out in the same condition and went straight to the deck. He met again with the same bellboy. Kunal told her the whole thing and took him to his cabin, and as soon as he opened the door of the cabin, he saw it was absolutely clear. There was no smell, and the captain, who was sleeping comfortably on the upper wing bed. After this, he went to the deck. He got up and felt better, and Kunal had just taken a deep breath when a man came to him from the engine room and sat down. "What happened? Why are you sitting here alone so late in the night?" The man tells the story to Kunal that some time ago, a patient came to this place. He was very close to death in the number cabin 111. He had no one in the world, so his last wish was to go on an expensive cruise once. He had spent all the money he had left and came here. But there was only one person who came to know about his illness.
There was chaos among the other passengers, who were scared of how such a serious patient could travel with them. A lot of drama happened. There was a lot of trouble, and even the last wish of a dying person was fulfilled by no one. He was locked in his cabin and was given food by a man 3 times a day, even from under the door. Despite being so close to death, his wish of freedom of one sail was not fulfilled by anyone. His time was also passing as if he had committed some crime. He felt more ashamed when humanity had fallen to such an extent in the world. And he committed suicide by jumping from the window of his room into the sea, but could not forget his pain even today. People who come to stay in his cabin, he punishes them because they are not capable of understanding pain. Hearing this, Kunal had a question: why did he leave me? On this, the man laughed and said, "You understand the pain of others." The door of cabin number 111 opened with a loud noise, and the captain ran out and jumped into the shadow sea. That man suddenly disappeared.